cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me. When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Super Bowl 40, one more time. Hey, it's the coach. This is week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A check on the numbers last week for Connor. 17 carries, 58 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Kill. Solid, 5 down. He's checking cracks.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
15, check my 15.
It's now 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Get ready.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And they see right through that defensively. as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play. There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down. And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up. But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you? No. I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it. And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD. Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual.
Now Carson fumbles the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Snickers. 6 guys. Check 6. Easy.
They start the drive with counter, and he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That was off kilter. Offense up front, everyone was just kind of out of sync.
Well, from my perspective, that certainly looked like the defense just destroyed that play, absolutely just took it over.
All right, so I'm going to revamp what I said. The defense was in sync. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Check 4. Watch twins. Double. Sponge. No.
They'll try and run for it with counter. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
180.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Roethlisberger will throw. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Like 20. 50. Be a long day for you. 77.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
180. Mike 50. I don't think you got it, son.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Oh, here we go. I like it, son.
Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Keep it up, guys.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And he fires one incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Smooth.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nazir Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson is complete to Lockett. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And the Seahawks first down.
On first down, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Wilson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his first career NFL touchdown as they are able to cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10.
Slam. Check 50. Check 50. Kill. These two. What's up? 59, what's up?
They'll start the drive with Samuels. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, It used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check 99. Check 99. Switch. No spacing.
They'll stay on the ground with counter again. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. 23 yards on the play.
Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. This is Carson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. They run it with Carson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's make these babies cry.
On 2nd down and 4. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Wilson to throw again. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
Yes, baby.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's put them on the buses. That's game. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Again, it's Connor. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Roethlisberger to throw. Buying time to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Russell Wilson in the offense, down by 6, a minute 12 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Cameron Hayward in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. This complete to Lockett. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They run for it with Carson. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was due in large part once again to the play of big